Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former WBC Junior Middleweight World Champion Jermell Lions Only Charlo brought to the light a while ago about the whole situation when current WBC Junior Middleweight World Champion Tony the Tiger Harrison, and his rival, after their first fight, December 22nd of 2018, now they will be facing off again December 21st of 2019. Exactly a day off from a year and a day off, right? From the first fight. The first fight, I personally thought that Jermell Charlo won the first fight. The judges saw it another way. They gave Tony Harrison the victory. With that said, they were scheduled to face off against one another. And Tony Harrison pulled out because he hurt his ankle, right? He said that he tore ligaments in his ankle. Ligaments on both sides of his ankle. Let's listen to what Tony Harrison had to say.
It was ligaments. I tore the ligaments in both sides of my ankle. Well, the doctor never gave me a clearance. No, doctor can never tell me how I feel. You know what I mean? I didn't go through with the surgery because I didn't know how I would feel. Being a fighter, being that mobility is one of my best attributes. Doing all that with a rod in my ankle. So I just told him, nah, it was straight. I didn't go through with it. I just let it heal on its own. Prayed to God every day. They say it's gonna cause future problems, but I'm only here for the moment.
And thus the reason why he had to pull out the first fight with, the rematch with Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo stated that the reason Tony Harrison pulled out was because he was knocked out in sparring and he needed to heal up, right? Tony Harrison said no, the reason was that he tore the ligaments in his ankle. I have to say this, right? They were supposed to fight back in June 23rd. Jorge Cota had to fill in for Tony Harrison in the rematch. Tony Harrison cited the reason being his ankle. But when you hear Tony Harrison say he tore ligaments on both sides of his ankle, but he went to the doctor and the doctor told him that he tore the ligaments and he chose to opt not to have the surgery, just wait a year and allow the ligaments to heal up on its own. He says that the doctors told him that there will be future issues with this ankle because he didn't take care of it properly. He cited the reason that he didn't want to take care of it properly is because he's a boxer and a big part of his game is his mobility. Well, I have to say, this kind of sounds a lot like the Manny Pacquiao saltwater shoulder surgery, non-surgery healing situation. Because if you tear ligaments in your ankles on both sides, so he completely tore the ligaments on both sides of his ankle, which hindered his mobility. If you do so, and you don't do the proper care, you will lose your mobility either way. He said he didn't want to have a rod in his ankle and hinder his mobility. But you're going to develop tissue around the ankle that's going to hinder you, and it further leaves you vulnerable to re-injuring the ankle at the first sight of a twist. You're running, you're pounding the pavement on a daily basis to get miles in, to prepare yourself, training camp. You're turning, you're twisting, you're pivoting, you're pounding the ankle. And if you don't take care of it properly, if you actually had torn ligaments and you needed surgery and you didn't properly take care of it, just letting it rest is not going to heal those ligaments properly. So you run the risk of re-injuring the ligaments in training camp. you run the risk of injuring a reoccurring injury in training camp because it hasn't properly healed all the way. And so at any given moment, this could kick back in. Is this a built-in excuse for Tony Harrison going into the rematch? I mean, he sounds 1,000% confident. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm just highlighting, if this was Manny Pacquiao with the shoulder injury, we highlighted it that he claimed that he had salt water healing on his right shoulder, which hindered him in the Floyd Mayweather fight from using his right shoulder, which we saw him throwing right hands and right hooks and letting the right hand go. And we called that nonsense. So I have to wonder, is Tony Harrison pulling a fast one on the boxing world, on the boxing public, by stating that he tore ligaments in that ankle when in all actuality, it was something else that took place? Like Jermell Charlo highlighted, he was knocked out in sparring, had a concussion, and didn't feel like he was properly 100% ready to go into the rematch because of how important this rematch is. We heard stories of Anthony Joshua suffering a concussion in sparring going into the Andy Ruiz fight, and we saw how that turned out. So, I have to question, did Tony Harrison truly suffer ligament damage to his ankles? Because if it was to the degree that the doctor considered or offered that he should have surgery on the ankle, then it was truly, truly bad. And just letting it heal is not going to do the job when it's to the point of surgery. So, I have to question if Tony Harrison truly injured his ankle. And I think the rest of the boxing world needs to question, did Tony Harrison truly injure his ankle? Nonetheless, we get in the rematch in just a few short weeks, just before Christmas, a Christmas gift for the boxing world. And I happen to like Tony Harrison. I happen to like Jermell Charlo. But I have to highlight something that I myself find fishy, that he stated that he tore ligaments on both sides of his ankles and decided to allow it to just sit and heal. He said the doctor couldn't tell him how he truly feels. The doctor couldn't diagnose him. Well, if the doctor couldn't diagnose you and tell you how you truly feel, then you wouldn't have a boot on. You wouldn't say that you tore ligaments, because that's a diagnosis from the doctor. And you wouldn't be able to pound the pavement without physical therapy. Not effectively, right? You can't effectively continue to pound and put pressure and do damage to that ankle without having an effect, immediate effect, not a future effect, immediate effect. So I can't wait to see how this all plays out, nonetheless. But that's all I got for y'all. I just wanted to bring that to the light. I thought that was a little fishy. I thought that was a little weird, but nonetheless, Tony Harrison said he tore ligaments in both sides of his ankle. And he decided to rest it up and opt not to have the surgery that the doctors advised him to have, and cited that he'll have future problems with it. But he said he's living in the current. The problem with that is you're going to have current issues because you're going to jog miles every day. You're going to pivot on that ankle. You're going to pound that ankle. And it absolutely will not heal. Absolutely not. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Hey, listen, I'm going to leave this up to y'all and let y'all be the judge of this. Do you think Tony Harrison truly injured his ankle? Or was it something truly else like Jermell Charlo said? Nonetheless, we're going to get a resolution December 21st in Ontario, California. That's all I got for y'all. Peace. If you haven't purchased your focus ball, go purchase your focus ball at thefocusball.com. Perfect for hand-eye coordination, perfect for accuracy in combat sports. Use the promo code Blue Blood Sports TV and get 10% off.